I will move to approve if there are none.
Second. First under new business, we have signing of the motions.
We have two motions from last meeting to sign. The first motion is 19-77, that the consent agenda be approved. The second motion is 19-78, to approve having Mr. Ed Fields, Noxious Weed Director, proceed with the projects for the courthouse lawn as presented.
Sorry, I missed that.
It's gonna look nice. It's gonna take a while for those hostas to grow in.
Be an improvement over the mud pit.
Yeah.
That's true, yeah. It is a mess.
Thank you.
Thanks, Tom.
All right, there is no one in the audience. So we're gonna go straight to new business. Don, new business?
I really don't have any, but I just wanted to remind you guys, if you have got, I don't know, a dozen or so of our good poll workers coming in tomorrow to help kind of review some of this election equipment, and we're starting at 10 a.m. If you guys want to come over, we'll be done by noon with most of the, I don't know, the sales pitch slash, showing how everything works. So anyway, love to have you if you have time, but
And both of them will be here? Is there two different
just
ones?
one tomorrow, and then the next Wednesday, we're having another group come in.
So how will that whole process work after we've seen the two of them? Like, will you
Kind of,
make a decision? How's that?
yeah, we'll probably kind of discuss it a little bit, look at how the pricing breaks down on them too, and things like that, kind of understand what one versus the other costs us, as well as what they think were the good points, bad points of the different systems, and try to come to some kind of consensus about what the best option is.
I gotcha.
They give you an idea on life expectancy?
They should, yeah, as part of that, but that's a good question to get an answer to, and try to understand that. There's a limited number of systems that are approved for sale in the state of Kansas, so there's, I think, 3 systems actually
Oh
total.
my gosh.
Yeah, that they have to go through they have to get federal approval, but then
Right.
as our Secretary of State's office does another kind of vetting process. And if they ever change equipment, they've got to have that equipment go through the same
Reapproved.
kind of certification process as well. So, yeah, you want something that's reliable and easy for people to use, things like that, but you got a budget to look at and try to figure out how you're gonna pay for things as well, so. A lot of different factors to consider.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say, it seems like a complicated decision for sure.
But, yeah, we'd love to have you here, though, if you can. That's all I had.
All right. Jim, new business?
Yes. It's not on the agenda. I think I was up for last Friday.
We briefly discussed it and said we'd talk about it today when you were here to.
Oh, perfect.
Go
So you
over
have
it,
seen
yeah.
it? Okay, good.
Yeah, it was in the packet.
Excellent. Yeah, good. I
Yep.
was hoping it made the packet, and then I kind of lost track of everything. So, Don had sent out earlier an email to the employees letting them know kind of what we were looking at, and I thought I would present a document to the commission for formal policy and then put on our website for the public as well. And they're bringing items in front of the commission. We're asking for at least, because because we have meetings all the time, a 2-day leeway to get items out on the website to the commissioners. Sometimes that might be not enough time, but it's at least something to look at. You know, there's stuff that's gonna come in after the deadline, day of, and that's kind of the commissioner's call, I think, on whether or not you want to move that to another day. And then I wanted to put in there if there was something that's time sensitive and today's the day. There's really no guarantee, but
So
We'll
it's
still-
an exception.
still, right,
Mhm.
open for exceptions. And then I wanted to put in there that the commissioners can waive it at any time, so.
Sure.
And routine business and commissioner business, you know, you can obviously bring something up anytime, so. But it's documents that we know are coming, department heads know they're coming, the public knows they're coming up. We
Mhm.
just want a copy ahead of time to look at. That's really all we're saying.
Is there any reason that we couldn't submit things to be on there ahead of time so that, like, if we had an issue, the public would
course.
know that we're gonna be talking about it?
Of course, yeah.
I would
course.
kinda like to see that, so there's, and not that, you know, anyone in here is gonna try and sneak something by the public, but like, we
Right,
wanna have a consistent, like,
sure, yeah,
if people are looking at the agenda and there's nothing on there, that means there's nothing on there. And not
Right.
that something's
Mhm.
gonna come up
Mhm.
Well,
unexpectedly.
and other things too, if you know you're gonna be doing something like our announcements and future business at the end of the agenda should be part of that, something that they're looking at to see what's coming up.
Right,
You know,
yes.
and try to make it, I mean, it's not all inclusive, but it's, try to have most of the really important stuff, anything we know of, you know, we're gonna put on
Right,
there.
right, if we know about it ahead of time, that we can be publicizing that, so
yes,
people can have
Mhm.
input
right.
if they would like.
That's probably a good idea. So what do we want to do here? Do you need a motion on this, Jim, or do you want to tweak it a little bit?
All right, whatever you guys, yeah,
What do you like
whatever
to
you guys
see,
want to
Jim?
do.
So I mean, I would say, can we strike the business items brought up by commissioners under the does not apply and have that qualify under the waived by the county commission? Like if there's something pressing that one
Sure.
of us has come up that it would
Right,
fall
I mean,
under
it's
that.
not unusual, and I'm sure for you guys as well, to get a call the morning of a meeting,
Right.
Right,
you know, and something we may want to address during the meeting. So I don't know how we would have time to get that on there. But-
well, I guess, like, I'm thinking that if it's something that would require action, that could be, that, like, we can talk about it, but like, if it's gonna be something that's gonna require something, that there's no reason to put it off a meeting,
Yeah,
unless it's like a fire.
Right.
Then we gotta
Sure,
take
something
care of it
to-
right now.
okay. I can strike that, and then if you'd like to see that again Friday, that'd be fine.
Yeah,
Yeah, that'll work.
Okay,
cool. Okay, thanks, Jim. Thank you for putting that together.
you're welcome.
Anything else under new business?
No, I don't. Thank you.
Bruce, new business?
No.
I think I might ask for a 15-minute executive session at the end of the meeting under non-elected personnel. And that'll be for the 3 commissioners and council. Moving on to old business. Don?
I think we should
I-
go.
Oh.
I got you, didn't I?
No.
I'm sorry.
I skipped you.
I did skip you.
No, that's all right. I did not have anything new.
All right, we'll move on.
Thanks
Don.
anyway.
Don, old business. When we get around, you huh? Don't ask.
One thing, I just wanted to let you know, I hadn't had a chance to get a hold of some of those people regarding that gas contract, so I will try to make those contacts this week and bring that back up. But, and then the other item just would be that Employee Benefits Committee, I know we were talking about there might be a lot of people to have on there. We kind of discussed it Friday, Jim, a little bit.
Okay.
And, you know, then I guess I had one addition today, I guess would be Sean I understand is the treasurer's office would like, you know, he expressed interest. That would bring it up to about 11.
Yeah, no, we're gonna
People
go
and-
through the list, I think,
Okay.
and narrow it down, because we don't wanna have so many on there that we get nothing accomplished, I would think.
I'll
What
add
makes it impossible to
Sean to that and maybe kind of give that to you
Yeah.
guys and you can think about it.
Speaking of contracts, Don, where are we with that driver's safety, that contract?
Well, I mean, I got a reply from, mental health department, for, I guess I need to go back and do, she gave me, Heather, people that they wanted to have that driving, which we have about, I don't know, 150 of the people on there for the whole county are mental health and health department employees, so, let me pull, I didn't have a chance to really look at that and see if she had knocked very many off of there from our list that we, you know, give to our
Uh-huh.
insurance company, but I assumed it would probably be pretty much everybody on there, but, unless they've had some changes in staff that we didn't know about or something like that.
After discussing it with Mr. Barcelona, you know, that we did have the contract and it was for X amount, but he also said he would take it by the head count. So I don't know if we just need to organize and see who actually, how many are actually gonna go from each department and try to get that number to them so they can make arrangements to set up their classrooms.
Yeah,
So Jim, if you could help anyway with that.
Okay.
And get that done, get that off our plate.
yeah, all,
We don't want stuff to snowball on us.
'cause those were really about the only ones. I mean, like I said, the other big ones, EMS and law enforcement, they do their own
They do their own.
stuff. But there was still, I mean, like 200 between the rest of the departments and Road and Bridge, as well as mental health and health department. It's like 220 potential. I mean, people we have listed with our insurance company as drivers of county vehicles, so. And like I said, I don't imagine that list made very many changes to it, but it might move it up or down 10 or 15 people.
Yeah,
I'll get that finished up, I'll have it for you. I'll send it out before Friday, let you guys start looking at it.
yeah, if you could get that to us so we can get moving on that and get it behind us.
Okay.
Is there anything else, Don, under old business?
I don't have any other old business.
Jim, old business?
Did you guys discuss that the gas contract Friday at all?
Not really. I mean, we touched on it, I think, but
Yeah, there wasn't.
there
Okay.
was no decisions made.
All right, I've looked it over, and I've had a couple questions and have them answered, so, if Don's information checks out,
Don, we did discuss that you were gonna get with some
Yeah, like I
KPL gas
said, I didn't get
people.
a chance to call the gas company
Okay.
again and talk to somebody there, and I was gonna call Joe and talk to him, see if he knew anything about.
okay,
I think
how
that'd
that
be a good
works.
idea
Yeah.
because
Uh,
normally when, like I said, when things sound too good to be true, there's a reason.
Yeah, I don't know, it does sound very, very, promising. Well, and then, I don't know if you want, when Steve Geyer was here the other day, because one of those buildings is the jail. They had wanted me to kind of get a list of the other companies that do that same kind of program to see what their, if they can make us a better deal or if they're, in that same area. That was one of the things I was gonna get from the gas company as well.
Demco is one of the biggest users in town,
Uh-huh.
and they said it's worked great for them.
Yeah,
They've had no issues with it at all. But
Yeah,
and that-
it very well
their whole
could.
business depends on it. I mean, they can't go with an outage or anything like that, but they're still using the infrastructure that we're using. It's just,
mhm.
Yeah, it may be a hell of a deal. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I said, I just want to make sure we look at all avenues before we sign on the line.
I'll get those contacts made though before Friday and let you know if I hear any bad things and see what they have other, I know, the one that worked with us previously on trying to do that was, I know their name will be on this list of other suppliers, but I can't think of who it was right off the bat, but I think they have 3 or 4 that actually are whatever wholesalers, and they
Mm.
can push gas into their system.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting business. All right. Is that Jim?
Yes, that was it.
Bruce, old business?
When is the landfill contract?
It's July, somewhere around July 1st.
Okay. That's all, I was just curious,
Okay.
because I
Yeah.
read through that and,
Yeah.
so.
That's going to be interesting times.
Mhm.
Little adventure.
Yeah. Jeremy, old business?
I talked about it last time, but I wanted to bring it up again since Jim and Bruce weren't here, but I'd gone to the Southeast Kansas Regional Planning Commission meeting last week in Chanute, and they had said that Crawford County needs to have a representative on the revolving loan fund committee that oversees the money that's lent out to businesses who apply for it. And so they had said typically it's someone either from the county or a banking representative. So I didn't know how we wanted to go
Probably
about
need to,
interesting names or people that would be good at it. I wanted to do a little bit of research on who sits on the board currently and who might be a good fit from Crawford County, and then pick a name and come back
Yeah.
to them for the meeting next month.
that would be fine if you want to do the research on that.
Sure,
Try to come up with a name.
I'll try and have that by next week.
If you could think of anybody, Bruce, feel free to bring them up and we'll throw them around and go first, see if there's interest there.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that would be good.
Cool. That is all I had.
You know, I mentioned earlier an executive session. Actually, I'm going to need 2 executive sessions today. And the second one will be under the same thing, 15 minutes, non-elected personnel, 3 commissioners and council. So that is all I have. And then, again, no one here to speak with us, so I will move, we'll go into executive session, 3 commissioners and council for 15 minutes under non-elected personnel.
Second.
Future business and announcements. Announcements, March 20th, 2019, 10 a.m. election equipment demonstration by Election Source in the commission meeting room. March 27th, 2019, 2 p.m. election equipment demonstration by Henry M. Atkins and Sons Incorporated in the commission meeting room. April 4th, State of the City luncheon from 11 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. at the Memorial Auditorium in Pittsburgh. All 3 commissioners may be in attendance. Is there any further business come before Crawford County Commission?
Future, Friday, I will be at the CTEC meeting.
Okay,
I'll get here as soon as I can.
Okay.
perfect. There's no further business. I'll move we adjourn.
Second.